where I test my microphone. This is the part of the stream where I test my microphone. This is the part of the stream where I test my microphone. This is the part of the stream where I test my microphone. This is the part of the stream where I test. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have. Wait, you don't see this. There's no lemonade here to see. It's not like I did a stream or anything and it didn't post. So I'm gonna talk about that in a later episode or anything. No. That's not what's going on. Okay, ignore that. Ignore what you don't see. But welcome back. Yeah, you see it. Okay, today's episode is going to be gathering materials. Yeah. Yeah. What do I mean by that? I mean that in this stream, I'm just going to be gathering materials. I got some upcoming builds coming up that are going to be pretty cool. Not that. You didn't see that. Right? You can't see that. So, name of the game of this episode is going to be gathering materials. I need food, number one. So, here we go. First, you do like this. You put a look. No, I'm just kidding. First, I gotta plant some crops. Because I'm really gonna need as much food as I can get. How does sheep get in the pig pen? I mean, listen, how does sheep get in the cow pen? Well, sucks for you. I need food. I'm gonna smoke some meat. I really need to organize these chests one of these days. I really am. First, I'm gonna take a sword. But yeah, today is just gonna be one of those days. So, welcome to a very chill stream. It's gonna be very relaxed. All I'm gonna be doing is really gathering supplies, building materials, and hopefully sorting some tools. I might need another sword. That one might not cut it. I can use an axe. That'll be all right. So I don't feel like waiting for all these crops to go. So I'm gonna get into my archives. Can I feed you yet? No, but I can feed you guys. If you didn't know, because I get new players and veterans, I'm gonna explain everything. Look at the baby sheep. I haven't really played a whole lot since the baby update, and they did a really good job making these babies very adorable. I don't know if that was to spare them or what the purpose was, but I mean, you just can't kill a baby sheep nowadays unless you're some kind of a monster. So yeah, gathering materials. Need some food. Okay. I'm just doing stock on what I have. That way I know what I need to fill up on. Okay. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, I'm just gathering materials, so it's gonna be a very, very light episode. But hopefully it's exciting as well. So you see my setup. I need bamboo because I really want to try to start using scaffolding. I really haven't up until this point, but I really would like to start. So at my home bases, I like to build these little farm setups. I just started on this world, so my farm setup isn't efficient yet. So we're going to see how this flow goes. But I'm hoping it goes pretty well, so we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, name of the game is building things out. I'm gonna need a bunch of wood, stone. I actually do like automatic farms. In previous worlds, I've built fairly sophisticated ones. That they take a very long time to set up, but they're 1000% worth it. If you're curious on some of my automatic farms, I'm totally willing to build that. I say mine. I take inspiration from other creators as well. Um, but yeah, they're very, very, very expensive. And the thing is, okay, so I'm actually going to explain that while we're here. So the thing with automatic farms, this is what I ran into my last world, and why with this world I'm being very careful. So this is my home base, as you see. This is where my main house is. It's actually my first house, but this is where my main house is going to be. In this chunk, I'm actually not going to build any automatic farms. What I'm going to do is, actually I'll show you where it's at really quickly. If you're new here, I do a lot of side quests. So be prepared for side quests, all right? All right. So I'm going to show you where I'm planning on doing that. I probably shouldn't have done this at nighttime, but it's all right. I got an axe, so it'll be good. Okay, so way down here, I'm still in the process of clearing this out, so it's gonna take some time. Ignore the zombies and all that. I'm gonna fix that eventually. Over here, once I clear this area out, I'm gonna use it to start building automatic farms. I might do it even further though, that's why I haven't started yet. I'm almost at 500, so thank you. If you could subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 500 subs, and at 500, I'll do some kind of celebration as well. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. So this is my home base. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. This is my home base, right? The reason why in my last world, what happened was I built a lot of automatic farms at my home base, right? I had a gold farm using the giant nether portal. I had automatic tree farms. I had my goal actually with my last world was to build one of every kind of farm in one building. So I can go there and I was able to get chickens, wool, gold. I had an iron farm. I had every kind of farm all in one place. But then what happened was the lag got crazy. It was out of this world with the lag. So what would happen is that whenever I would get to my home base, it would lag out. Yes. So it made it very irritating because I built my that was my home base. That's where my main house was and everything. So it became very irritating because over time, whenever I would play and get near my home base, I would lag, and it was so irritating. But at the same time, I had built so much stuff there that it was nearly impossible. Not impossible, but it took so much work to have to tear it down and move it that I eventually I just didn't do it. It was just too much. I had spent months building this farm, gathering all the materials, moving it all over, getting all the villagers there. Oh, and I built a villager trading hub as well. I played Bedrock. Yeah, this is Bedrock. And I know if I was playing on Java, there'd be differences, but I'm playing here on Bedrock, so it was just it was honestly it got to the point where it felt almost unplayable because I would lag so much in my home world that it made it nearly impossible to build anything else. I'm on PC. I'm playing on PlayStation right now. So it was just too much. So I told myself that when I built a new world, I would be a lot more careful about where I build my automatic farms. Because I wasn't planning on building that many. I wasn't planning on building that many. I didn't realize how big they would get. But now that I know how big they can get, I'm probably going to build it very far from my home base and just build some sort of a train system, or eventually I'll have elytras, some type of system to get over there. But having it in walking distance felt convenient at the time, but it became more inconvenient with the lag and all those issues. So I'm still in the planning phases. And from my experience, it's worth taking the time to plan out your automatic farms because of how much resource intensive they are. Because of how much resources they use, how long they take to build, it's worth making sure that you plan it out accordingly. So in the meantime, I'm okay with doing everything manually. I understand it's going to take a little bit more time to gather the resources I want. I know that I could be doing it a little more efficiently, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay chopping my own trees. I'm okay doing all those things. So, yeah, it's going to take a little more time, but, at least we can go through that process together. So here, my home base is going to stay this way. I'm going to keep these manual processes until I feel the need that it's time to upgrade, and then when it's upgrade time, I'll go from there. I've actually never played Bed Wars. I've played Minecraft for a very long time, but interestingly enough, I've actually never played on other servers. So that is something I would like to do at some point. I just haven't done it yet. I would like to. I'm not against it. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll have to try it. I've watched a lot of Bed Wars. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Let me give you a quick little tour. I've done tours on here before, but I don't mind doing another one. This is my first base, actually. So what's really cool about this area is I actually live streamed the full process, but I didn't get a microphone till recently. So there's no audio in those streams, but this little island I'm on right now, this is my spawn, actually. I spawned here. And this was all cherry wood. So I built this house. This is my first house. And then in here, I have just the essentials. I can walk in, grab some food, tools real quick, craft some stuff, quick chest for like stuff like that. Here's just a library I built mainly for vibes. And eventually, this is going to be something. I have a map right here, a cartographic table on the map. So you can see I am on a hill. So I spawned on this hill. So I just flattened it out. Because I spawned on a mountain. So I flattened it out. And you can see this is where my house is. This is that water feature. Um, this is where the tree farm is, et cetera, et cetera. So I got a brewing stand. So eventually I'm going to finish this area up here. But I haven't done that yet. But one of these days I will. But yeah, I have sugar cane here, chickens, sheep, cows, and then my trees. So I really appreciate that. I spent a lot of time designing how I wanted this first base to be. Something you should know about me, I really am interested. I really like to build museums. I don't know what it is about them. I really love building them. So eventually I'm gonna build a museum. I like to have like every type of wood in one area, every type of every type of build a zoo that has every kind of animal in it, stuff like that. I really love building those. So I'm probably gonna build one. Not probably. I'm gonna build one. Yeah, probably under here. You can't see it from here, but under where I'm at right now, there's a massive cave. Exactly. I'm really particular about organization. I like things to be organized, which is why I don't like the state of how things are now because everything's kind of just all over the place. So it's kind of frustrating to me, but when you're streaming, it's harder because I try to keep my streams entertaining, and a lot of people don't like watching a stream of me just collecting supplies. Um, but I have to do them. I have to do them. I can't ignore it. So you're here for one of those. They can't all be action all the time. I also need to just sort my stuff out, lay everything out. So that's what this one's going to be. But since you subscribe now, you'll get notified when next time I go live, and you'll get to see like you'll get to see how progress goes. Um, but really, there's I feel like there's no shame in streaming with no audio. It's really okay. If you go back to my first streams, when I first started this channel, I didn't have audio either, just because I didn't have a headset, so it was just gameplay. And but if you go through, you can watch me build this base. Um, what's cool about this world is that almost 100% what I've done to this base is on stream. I tried to make it 100%, but there's been a few, like the last episode, I tried to stream it, and for some reason it got corrupted. So the stream, like it said I was streaming, but it wasn't, and the video file never got saved. So that's the only time where I wasn't on stream. But up until that point, everything I've done in this world has been all on stream. So you're able to watch the process, which has been really cool. Why did I leave the other world? The reason why I left the other world was because it started to become too much.
The way that it was set up, it was my old world was set up in a way where I'd done so much wrong that I couldn't fix it. Like the way I built my world, the way everything was laid out. I mentioned the lag issues. It was just too much. So eventually, I came to a very, very tough choice that it was just better to start over. So that's what this world was. And especially with that world, I didn't start streaming until the very end. So when I started streaming, I had already built all the automatic farms. I'd already had an elytra. I'd already beat the game. I'd already gone to the nether. I'd already done all the things before I started streaming. And a lot of people were asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that? Or et cetera, et cetera. So I told myself that with this world, I would stream the entire process. So here we are. And as I mentioned, some of those are going to be the fun ones where I'm expanding or things of that nature. And some of them are going to be ones like this where I'm just gathering materials. But either way, you get to see the full process. And that's the part I'm excited about. You'll see how I do my cows as well. You'll see that I have a time rhythm because I recognize how often you can do certain things. You can only breed sheep so often, et cetera, et cetera. But you'll see what happens once I get a certain amount. So yeah, I have a flower bed over here, and then this is like not like this is my storage area. California. I'm streaming here live from California. Happy to be here. I really do love it. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, a little bit about the stream, a little bit about this world. So yeah, thank you for joining. As I mentioned, there's a lot of stuff to come. I know you're just seeing the beginning, but I have been playing this game for a long time, and I've built a lot of cool stuff along the way, so it's quite exciting. So is there any farms that you've wanted to build but you never built before? Believe it or not, there's pretty much no farm you really can't build. I've built pretty much any farm you can think of. Even weird ones. Like you never think you would need a brick farm, but I built a brick farm. Um, it's actually funny. One thing you'll see as you watch is how I go about building a farm. Because they usually start with a project first, and then I realize I need way more materials than I thought, and that's where farm comes up. Um, it'll start off simple, like usually it starts off very simple, where I'll be like, okay, I want to build a firehouse, and then I realize that firehouses use a lot of brick, so I'll go out trying to get all the materials for it, and then eventually it gets annoying building it or looking for materials manually, and I end up just building a farm for it. That's usually how it ends up. I feel like that's how it happens. That it can be very random, and I also feel like the longer you play Minecraft, the more you realize you're just here to build farms. I am glad that they added some tools, though. They've added some tools that I actually haven't used yet that I am very excited to use. So, like, as an example, I've never used a crafter. So I'm very excited to be able to use that. Um, I think that it can make automation easier, but I haven't used them yet, so I don't know. I know I've tried using copper golems, but I haven't been very successful with them yet. But I know there's a way to make them useful. I just haven't figured that out yet. So I'm looking forward to being able to use copper golems. Um, so there's definitely stuff I'm excited to use. But yeah, you get to see all this fun stuff of sorting and sorting. I'm trying to figure out how I want to go about. Okay. These can all go in here. Oh, how did you get here? That's odd. I'd put this area as a safe area. Don't know how a spider spawned, but that's odd. It's alright. I need a bunch of leather, and I don't need the wool yet, but I'm gathering it just in case. I find in the world it's good to do this kind of things, where you just spend a good hour just sorting and collecting. Even if you don't know what you're going to use it for, you really never know. Who knows what project I'm going to have coming up, and yeah, you just never know what's going to come up. So I might end up expanding this area. I might need more chests in here, but we'll see. Okay, I think I have a pretty good way of how I'm gonna do everything now. Yeah, I think I got this now. I got a pretty good flow. Let's see. You know it's good. If I can get rid of everything that's in my inventory and where everything goes makes sense, then I think I've done it right. Feathers would go here. Wood goes into the wood chest. Would bone meal go into crops or would it go into these items? I think these items. So would dye. Oh no. I need one for food. So I'm probably gonna have to take this. Put those here. This can go into nature blocks. I think food makes more sense here. And this one makes more sense here. So this is food. Oops, food. Food. What are eggs? What about eggs in here? So with leather, sticks go into wood. I wish I can get rid of potatoes. There's really no use for them. Wheat I'm gonna hold on to, and these go here. Boom. Okay, sorted. I feel a lot better. Now I can move some of the stuff inside over here. I'm still gonna keep a storage system in here, but this would be for like, I guess the better stuff. The other one's kind of more so like, let me just grab something real quick and then move. And I'll keep the really good stuff in here. That way, like, this is more like, okay, things are getting kind of serious. Let me grab the good stuff. I might not need this elaborate of a system in here then, but I'm not gonna get rid of it until later. Yeah, I'll keep the really good stuff in here. Okay. And these will be just for whatever. And there we go. Sorted. I actually do feel a lot better. Cool. All right, got everything sorted. Good to go there. Got plenty of cows. I do know that you can just shear sheep for wool, but I need wool and meat, so. I got a pretty big project coming up. I'm gonna start working on a zoo soon.
So I really need as much material as I can get. I'm gonna need a little bit of everything. So eventually, I'm gonna build a super smelter. That way, I don't have to put everything one at a time. But it's one step at a time. I just started in this world, so let me grab some axes. I know I have copper, but I made a bunch of stone tools before I did, so I'm just burning through them. I don't like to waste tools, so even if it's only for a little bit. Except for wooden tools. I used to not waste those, but now I just toss them in the furnace. I might need a different way to organize these trees, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet. Right now it's working, so if it ain't broke, you know what I mean? I'm curious what the first farm you always build is. For me, it's always a mob farm. That way I get access to string. Alright, man, thank you for joining. Look forward to seeing you in the next one, bro. I hope I'm not too late. I got Die Hard stuck in my head. Gathering materials, going around and getting some good materials. Okay, I feel a lot better actually about my system. Now I got some stuff over here I need to go grab and I can pull it over. So I can go do that. I don't know if I'm gonna post this episode or not. I might not. I guess we'll see. I'll let the other one build up a little bit. And then I'll see if I'll post this one. This is the stuff I need to grab. This is the stuff that I need. I was gonna build a whole thing down here. I think that's why I had all this stuff, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. I guess the shovel can stay. Those come in handy. But I don't think I need anything else. I hope I'm not too late. Okay. I have everything I need. A Lego.
Let's go. Let's go. I still gotta figure out how that spider came in there. I think it's because the walls are flat. I might have to build like spider barricades. I was hoping to not have to do that though. Oh, where can I put flowers? Oh, I guess flowers will go in here. Stone. Gravel would go in here. Yeah, chicken's food. That goes here. Armor. I'll keep the tools on me. Wood goes in here. This is a tool. Alright, boom. Lapis I'll take inside. That's a good material. Copper I'll take. What the heck is that? Oh, phantom. I hate these phantoms. They're so annoying. All I'm trying to do is work. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. You didn't see that. All right, I think I'm almost done. Once I get this stuff squared away, I'll feel pretty happy, and I'll be good to go. All right, well, thank you for joining. Got things nice and clean and organized. I know there's more exciting streams, but I appreciate you all for joining. We got things clean and organized, so still a step in the right direction. Until next time.